Okay guys, welcome for another product DNA video. This time our topic is belt systems. So we've got here 4 different groups of belts. So we're starting off with a trouser belt, then a normal duty belt, rigger's belt and a climbing gear belt for abseiling, certified. We are going to deep dive into different buckles, into different materials and different accessories which can be used together with the belts. Some are available for government only, some are available for the commercial side as well. I will always tell you what is available for the commercial side or what is available only for governmental use at this day. We start off with the trouser belt. So some of you guys got probably combat pants, which has already some soft Velcro sewn onto the combat belt. So maybe in this case you won't need a combat belt, but the function of it is keeping the belt, of course, in place, because normally during military use as well as police use, you've got a lot of stuff inside your pockets which is pulling down your pant, and that shouldn't be the factor. And you need the soft Velcro on the outside to attach your duty belt or your abseiling belts to your trouser belt or the trouser alone, so that if you're moving around, that the duty belt is not moving around. So if you're running, you will not probably know it if you've got only thrown it over the duty belt in haste, and you're running, you're probably reaching for your side gun and it's not there anymore because it moved to the back, for example. So that's the function of the trouser belt. Our trouser belts are ergonomically always manufactured. You will see it if I open it, the ergonomic shape. Then we've got a super slim buckle. So if you're closing it, the combat belt, you are having a very low profile trouser belt. If you are having now your duty belt over it, and the duty belts normally have a thicker buckle, like even as a Monster plastic buckle or a Cobra buckle, for example, here they are always building up, so it's getting very thick and it's hindering you in any kind of way. So this is our trouser belt. Then we are having the normal duty belt. So I would start off to show you one of the older duty belts, older designed ones like this one, which also is available, and as well as our trouser belt, which is also available on the commercial side. So as you know, these of course, they are quite thick. They've got integrated padding. This one has some patches here, so with the Velcro, with the same function, so that a duty belt is being attached to your trouser belt. So you need these patches, right? And then you've got on the outside your different MOLLE slots, and normally also an opening on the lower side, so that for your holster, if you're using kind of pedal holster or drop leg holster, that you can attach it to. So we're having here an example of an holster, so you can insert it from below and have, of course, the belt, the inner belt, looped through the sleeves here. As I said, this is more the older version, bigger ones, clumsy ones. Main advantage is the weight is being well distributed over your hips, but while sitting in a car, moving fastly around, it is quite cumbersome. So you get then also the newer kind of duty belt, which is, for example, this one. You can see it's got also a Monster plastic buckle. You can open and close. You've got on the inside as well the Velcro patches for attaching to your trouser belt. You've got here also openings, like on the older versions, left and right hand side for your holster to put it in. and don't obstruct any MOLLE rows for fastening the pouches. And you've got this one, of course, much slimliner than the older version, and it is made of fully Cordura. We are coming a bit later into this again because it's also a material thing. So in the newer type of duty belts, we are going for the newest Curv Material, where you've get already the MOLLE slots laser cut into the system, so you don't need any kind of sleeve like we used here, and you can attach all your pouches to this one. What you of course can do for this kind of duty belts is that you take from this belt the sleeve only, so you can take out the inner belt like we have done here. So you've got then only the sleeve, and you can of course put now your own kind of belt into it, through it. Either it's normal, very basic belt with a plastic buckle. You don't need any kind of attachment systems on the outside, because through the pressure and the thing, it will not move, and it is attached, remember, on the inside to your trouser belt. But you can also put through this sleeve more high value belts like this, which is also an abseiling belt, where we come later to. Being on the sleeve side, we've got also, for the same purpose, our sleeve made out of MX laminate. So this one is laser cut. You can see it's not really a sleeve, so it is like a flap which gets wrapped around your belt and then attached on the inside. So this one is of course very specific for the width of the belt is being used for. You see it's not as wide as this one, so being again more thinner, more lightweight one as this sleeve, right? And of course this can be used again with the same belt. So we've got this belt also in commercially available, which can be put through as a sleeve, so you can have a quite a normal belt attached to it. Then we are going to the rigger belt. So riggers belt are in our instance also having the laser cut MOLLE rows, so you can attach all your pouches as accessory to it. This one has got a cobra buckle together with a D-loop, so you can attach your belay to it. So the nice thing is you can attach your belay through it, and if you're now operationally on a helicopter going into operation, you know it, the doors are out in the helicopter, you need to be really fast in and out of the helicopter, so you can secure yourself inside of the helicopter in case something happens and you're falling out of the helicopter. You're not falling down to the ground, you're still hanging inside the helicopter. So these rigger belts are really sturdy built. You see it's got a thick webbing, strong webbing, sewing around, certified cobra buckle as such, but it is not certified as climbing gear. So if you're of course in an emergency, you could always use it for abseiling as well as a rigger belt, but it is not certified. Just note, this belt is now the first one which I'm showing, which is not available on the commercial side, only available on the governmental side. And then we are going to our next group, which is the abseiling belt. So we started off a cooperation with Edelrid, who's a renowned manufacturer of all kind of climbing equipment, and we went into a cooperation to them doing especially tactical equipment. So that's why I show you now the certified climbing gears, which are like seen here, together with the laser cut MOLLE slot, so you can attach all your pouches, etc. onto it, and you've got a certified climbing gear. So when I'm talking about certified climbing gear, which is always certified according to the EU norm EN 12277 type C. We've got the leg loops, so they are certified in conjunction. So we've got the leg loops, which you can always take along in a small pouch somewhere attached to your equipment. You see they are very small, thrown into a small pouch somewhere. So even if you are having this climbing belt as your normal duty belt, you can always switch into an emergency situation or unforeseen situation, take out the leg loops, put it through the loop. You don't need any kind of carbines or anything, and here you are having a certified seating harness together with a duty belt, right? What I took off here is only the back part, which you have, if you've got the time. You have a upper thing which you can always leave on your belt. It's super slim, so it's not being in the way of your other pouches, etc. And you can take it out, put it in, and your leg loops will stay upside. Because you know, if you are having them not super ultra tight, which is normally not so comfortable if they are so tight, they will stay up and don't go under if you're walking around and moving around. So here you are. Seating harness, certified according to the norm. And this same one is also possible with our older Edelrid belt, which is this one, as I told you. So here you've got the same textile loop where you just push through your leg loops and you have a certified seating harness. You get both ones with different buckles, right? So we've got here the Edelrid 3-lock buckle or the Cobra buckle. So you can choose which one. But remember, with this belt, you need kind of a sleeve to put on your pouches and equipment. So either, as shown here, already attached, the laser cut MOLLE, or as I shown you previously, the normal Cordura type. You see, the other one is more lightweight, a little bit sleeker, and this one you've got a little bit of more space and can move around more freely, and it's Cordura type. You will probably also want to know what is the difference in putting up the pouches onto the belt. That's why I've got an example. So here you've got the Cordura type pouches. So you need only 2 MOLLE rows for your all kind of different pouches. Here pistol magazines, here you've got rifle magazines. So even though you are not going fully through all the MOLLE slots, this will be very stable and completely in line with your operational needs for attaching your pouches. With the sleeve, exactly the same. You just put it completely up, side in, going down again, going through your MOLLE rows, coming out again and pushing it back in. So exactly the same function as the Cordura function. And now with the Curv belt, you've got exactly the same. So you've got these 2 MOLLE rows, so you can put even the longer pouches onto it, because you only need 1 row where you go in, go out again, and then attach it to your pouch. So you see this is completely stable and will not fall off in any kind of way. And here a dump pouch as well. And in this example, you see now here on the back side for the leg loops, the attachment, elastic attachment system. Coming now to accessories. So we've got different kind of accessories which will improve your comfort level or give you additional protection. So we've got, for these kind of duty belts, we've got a ballistic protection. So you've got here a sleeve which has inserted a ballistical soft protection, available in different kind of ballistic levels. And a note from my side, of course, this is only available for sale to the governmental side, so not commercial side. You've got on the back 2 straps. So you take your belt, attach it to the 4 slots. As you see, it's also ergonomically cut. So this one is already nicely attached, and now you can push. Now, you of course have to line it up so that they can be moving in and out again. And this is an additional securement system. So you push it in and out again. And now you are 100% sure it will not go anywhere, right? Like shown here. So now, as you see, you've got your comfort much more increased here, because the weight is now more evenly distributed, but you've got also a ballistical protection level on your hips, you know, and the main arteries are also going through the hips, so this is really also a kind of sensitive place. And of course, all the pouches can still be attached. We've got also for this kind of belts only padding without ballistic protection, which you can attach onto the belt. So if you're afraid of the sharp edges, etc., with a lot of pouches attached with a lot of weight onto it, then you can also get the padding which you can put inside and have the weight distributed more evenly. We've got additional padding also for the leg loops. So the leg loops can be also used then in a more comfortable way, but of course keep in mind that then it's not stowed away in a small pouch so easily as it was done before. So you just push it all the way through, and then you have some padding on your leg loops as well. So once we are at the certified climbing rated gear, we have also available, which is additionally for the governmental side, chest harness. Here it's actually the same. It's a design which we did together with Edelrid. It is supposed to be very slimlined, very small. The buckles are more on the outside, so that you are using it in conjunction with a plate carrier. You can put it over, that not a lot of your working equipment is blocked by the chest harness. The nice thing here again is you've got the same buckles. You can have the same one as on your belt. If you're not choosing the Cobra buckle, you're using the triple lock buckle. And then you only need, of course, the connection strap. So you connect it on the belt side through your loop like this, right? And then going on top through the connection on the height which you prefer, or how big you are going through. And as shown here, you've got now also again fully certified chest harness connected with your seating harness, You've got a super slim line, connection line, not covering all your magazine pouches or other kind of working equipment, and you're fully certified, ready to go. Just as a note, this chest harness can be of course also used in conjunction with the older Edelrid belt version which we are having. It can be used exactly the same way, no problem at all. Alright, on the topic of padding, we are also having other kind of duty belts. These are now government designed on a specific request of a government agency, which we did. And you will see here is the padding also attached, like this one, but it is sewn onto the duty belt, because then you can't lose it. That's of course the advantage, but you always are obliged to take it with you. So if you are a guy who is not, or a woman who is not likely to use some padding, you cannot take it off, right? But here also the difference to our other belts, you can also open it here, put your holster over it, right? Or on the left hand side. And what is special about this belt, not only that the padding is sewn onto it, but you can also remove, so you can replace the buckles or use different kind of buckles. So we have now here attached the normal Edelrid tree-lock buckle, which can be exchanged if you somehow break it, which actually until this day never has happened before on any of our quite a lot used belts and sold belts. We have never any problems with the buckle. You can take it off, and for example you can also use the Cobra buckle. As shown here. But of course this doesn't work, you have to replace the other side as well. Alright, thanks for joining us this time again for this updated version of our belt systems. Keep following us on social media not to miss any of our upcoming themes and videos.